Horizon 2 was on the 360?
The time of a new console generation arriving is always an interesting one. Oftentimes games get two versions of the same game for two completely different console generations, with both having major differences. Nowadays these differences tend to be fairly minor. For example, Forza Horizon 5 released on both the old Xbox One consoles as well as the newer Xbox Series models. Nonetheless, the game is fundamentally the same. Differences mainly lie in resolution, frame rate, and some minor graphical differences. This was not always the case, however. In fact, if we go back an entire generation, we can find a very peculiar case that I don't think many people know about. Forza Horizon 2 released back in 2014 as an early Xbox One title, highlighting the console's upgrade in performance over the Xbox 360. Regardless, Forza Horizon 2 was actually not an exclusive to the Xbox One. Spearheaded by Sumo Digital, Forza Horizon 2 also landed on the Xbox 360 on the same day as its Xbox One counterpart, featuring the same map and roughly the same car lists. With the 360 being much less powerful though, a lot of compromises had to be made. As such, the new weather effects are completely absent. Parts of the map have been closed off. Oh, really? Really, game? And in general, the handling has been simplified. And in a perfect world, that's where the story ends, with the 360 version being a decent, albeit slightly downgraded adaptation. Sadly, that's not the world we live in. Forza Horizon 2 on the 360 is easily the most broken game in the entire series by a country mile. What? As I'm saying, it's literally like Undercover, man. Featuring a vast variety of visual issues, an awful AI, terrible collision issues, and so much more, Forza Horizon 2 is anything but a faithful adaptation of the original. And that's just to name a few of the common problems with this game. This is the Forza game Microsoft wanted you to forget about. Alright, here we are. I feel like the music is different already. This is like Xbox One footage. I feel like they're baiting you a little bit here. The game also does not have rain on the 360, right? Which was like the main selling point at the time. Oh, interesting. It doesn't transition into... Oh, God, that's jarring. Okay. Where's the music? What are you doing? Guy crash out. Oh, they're using different music. Okay. This does not look as good. But I gotta stop comparing it to the original. I'm already doing that. Instead, I feel like I should rather compare this to Horizon 1. And I gotta say, Horizon 1 looked much better. Like, there's just something about the lighting and the colors that just looks so much more flat here. So far, handling-wise, also very similar to Horizon 1. I'd almost say you have a little bit more grip here. It looks a little bit better at the festival at night. Oh. I think my car just spun. Hey, look how good the graphics are all of a sudden. It's almost like this could be from another console. Oh, okay, so we basically just get like a regular ass car select screen. Look how unbalanced the cars are. Like, this thing is D500, this one is B687, and this one's A717. It's like they're so far apart from each other. Not that it matters in a Horizon game. I think this was like the first game where car classes really completely stopped mattering, at least in the single player. Honestly, I think I might want to go with the BMW. I think it fits the best here, considering we're in Europe. I feel like they should have given you something like an Alfa Romeo here in the beginning, like a cheap Alfa Romeo. I think that would have fit really well to the setting. Looks like the loading screens here are new. I don't remember this one, but but also does not look like it's from the 360 either. So they basically took like a bunch of special screenshots for the loading screens of in the 360 version, but they took those screenshots from the Xbox One version. Correct! Why? To convince you to buy a new Xbox. Hey, here's how good the game can look on the new Xbox One. Well, let's go. Get ready. Yeah, all these sound effects are new. That's for sure. I mean, when you turn the music off, the game sounds pretty sad. Yeah, this was like the Horizon where they really started to make everything open. In Horizon 1, everything was closed, basically. There wasn't really any chance to go off-roading other than like a few dirt paths here and there. And I mean, it's cool that they maintained it, you know, that you can still go off-road. It makes this feel a little bit more open. But it definitely You can just tell the console was not quite ready for something like that if you just look at the environment. It just all looks a little bit unfinished, if that makes sense. But so far, like, handling feels decent. Obviously running at 30 FPS, just like the Xbox One version. I think you may be able to play this at 60 on an emulator nowadays.
Okay, we've got a bunch of events arranged around this area.
What? Okay, it was a bit... For a second, the world just ended and then came back. Okay, before we do that, let's actually take a look at the map. Oh yeah, a few areas are missing. Namely, the airfield looks like it's inaccessible. At least it ends here. I'm not sure if that means anything. But the docks definitely do not seem drivable. Is that correct? Yeah, but this looks a lot more empty than I remembered. I mean, it might just be me being hit with like bad nostalgia. Now in the city, I think the game looks okay. I think there's just a lot of post-processing missing. I think that's just the main issue. If you just look at into the distance here, also the shadows, like, that just doesn't really look right, you know? Like, where's the grass? You can even see the textures repeating themselves right here, you know? Oh, this looks... Yeah, if you look into the distance, it looks even worse. Like, I think the city looked fine, but the... everything nature looks pretty bad. Also, it just feels like there's no traffic here. Like, we have one traffic car coming up here. Where's the rest? Like, this feels so dead and empty, you know, especially without music. Mixed surface, point to point, 0 out of 10 divisions. Change division, sponsored cars. What is all this? Finish on the podium in a shabby. I think if I do that, if I have one of these, I get more money. Is that correct? I have like a certain amount of races you need to complete in each division. I think the Xbox One version, you had to complete like a sort of championship or tournament, which is basically just 3 or 4 races in each location with every car class at least once. Okay, I want to check that out. It feels very grippy, if I'm being honest. In fact, it actually feels like I'm not really off-roading at all.
A crash, and you lose it all.
Oh yeah, look at the shadows kind of popping in here. Yeah, the draw distance is pretty bad. On top of everything. Yeah, it's just not a visually good-looking game, I gotta say, especially considering the year this released in. Like, sure, you can say, oh yeah, well, this released on a console from 2005. But at that point, we had much better-looking games already. Case in point, Horizon 1. Like, certain aspects surely look decent. You know, as I said, like, I think the cities are fine. I think the car models look good. Ow. But then with a few other things, I'm just not so sure. It feels like there's just a lot of, like, post-processing missing. Like, this just looks sad. Right here. This looks like... You know what this looks like? Sonic Adventure 1. Lotus Exige. I feel like that car is above. I can start this underneath the bridge. Nice. And then there's another thing here. Right here. Gallardo Speed Zone. I feel like it sounds like a fairly nitpicky complaint, and it really is. But I just feel like some of the camera work feels a little bit amateurish. It just further re-emphasizes the feeling that the game feels a little bit unfinished. First person looks nice. I will actually say the game looks much better in first person. This looks bad here. Like, I have to, like, actually just stop and point it out. As I said, like, I think the environment, like, the nature just looks really, really off. But the cities are fine. I think everything looks a lot better at nighttime too. Oh, this looks awful. Driving on here is even worse. Wait, why is there grass here? But nowhere else. Wait, I can't break that? They were like, alright, let's add a bunch of grass here, but none over here. Look. You can even see the square. Like, you can actually see the square where it cuts off. Like, right now I'm just kind of driving through here. I can't escape. Like, I cannot break this. I missed the barn find? Which of the 3 whole buildings in this entire area would it be? Okay, so we could actually get into the garage. Maybe check out some customization or maybe some new cars. I'd say let's do that. So we can get some of these beauties here. I'm pretty sure they must have cut some cars for the 360 version, right? There's also a bunch of cars that didn't return to Forza, which is a bit sad. The fuck? Literally no one's there. What is going on here? Actually, it's not floating. You can see it's still in the air. Where is everyone though? Why is there grass sticking through the floor? Why is it empty? Like, this is supposed to be the upgrade shop. There should be like, you know, cars here, maybe some like people working on stuff. You know? It's just empty. It looks like a liminal space. That is so true. Oh, it actually looked like a liminal space. And now it looks like this. Just make it a tent that's just closed off. Don't even let me look in. Do not try out the change car feature in the pause menu. There's a good chance the game will crash. Really? Okay, in that case, I gotta try that out. I think if this was the first Horizon game, people would have given it a pass for being somewhat okay as a first attempt, but definitely wouldn't have made as much of an impact as the first game in the series inevitably did. The general sentiment would have been, yeah, this is pretty fun, pretty decent, but nothing special.
You'll do a number of laps on a closed route. Make sure you're first past the post on the last lap.
You just explain a circuit race to me as if I haven't done one already? Yeah, you really just gotta train yourself not to look too much into the distance here. But I will say one thing, like once you get past the shock of the kinda bad graphics, it's somewhat enjoyable. Graphics is something you will always get used to after some time, you know? Unless they actually like actively hinder you, you know, or distract you. But the world definitely feels a lot more empty, and I think that's kind of what may contribute to this feeling a little bit more boring. Don't know how to feel about the huge icons in this guy. I didn't even notice that much. But it can be a little bit immersion breaking. But do you really want to argue about immersion when the game looks like this? Alright, so full-on off-road race. And it feels so close to asphalt. It feels like the car is ever so slightly being pushed more to the outside. But that's about it, really. Oh, nice. You can take away the road textures and I would not be able to tell you the difference. What is what? What do you even get from leveling up? 2,500 credits, okay. Honestly, I can appreciate a Horizon game not completely showering you with money. How they usually do it nowadays. Oh, yeah. By the way, no wheel spins here. I just realized. Like, Horizon 2 was the game that introduced wheel spins to the series. They're completely gone here. Oh, it's right here. They really did not even try with those. Like, you could have just put it behind here. You have this Horizon game, right? That's all about, like, open areas and stuff. And then you can do these head-to-head challenges. And then they all stick to the road. I think that's gonna make all of these a bit of a joke. Road trip progress. 160 events, you're joking. And then there's a Pro and Champions road trip. Holy crap. Thankfully, we only have to complete 48 events to the final one. I think that's kind of what I'll settle with. Is that a woman coming out of a vase? Sitting on a park bench that's clipping into the store? What am I looking at? I think if you look closely at some of the buildings, you'll probably be able to notice some really fun shenanigans. Oh, did they all get stuck there? What are you doing? What? But AI, probably not a strong point in this game either. The surprise of no one, I'd imagine. By Haley Harper in the race. That was the chick from Horizon 1. That's pretty cool. I will say one thing, I can totally get if you prefer the handling of this version though. This being so much more grippy is quite nice. A little bit more limited on money, which I find pretty surprising here. Like usually Horizon games, they just shower you with money. Not here, and honestly, I quite like it. Why is it not saying finish on the podium and what? Are you kidding me? I bought a Ford specifically for this. And now they're telling me to get a different car. Why? But those sponsorship deals or sponsorship bonuses are only specific to that specific race. So what they essentially want you to do, or what, not necessarily want you to do, but what's desirable is buying cars for every event. And I think at night, the game looks much better, but I can tell you exactly why that is. Because night time in this game kind of hides the low amount of detail. I think I nailed down the main problem with this version of the game. This particular version doesn't really have any atmosphere. Or is that just me? I mean, maybe around the festivals it has occasionally. But for the most part, it doesn't really feel like this game has any strong atmosphere like the first game had. Now I think you'll have more, a better atmosphere actually being in Italy, man. Oh, look at the rotor blades.
Helicopter, helicopter.
Oh, that does not look good. Right, we're driving against an attack helicopter. Watch him starting to shoot missiles like in split second. Ah, is that a rift? Is that hill cut in half? No way. I'll show you it's just a barrier, right? But now it's gone. I'm not tripping, right? Everything's fine here. All according to plan. I did expect
Safe to do so.
What? A what? 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 How did they not notice that? Oh. Oh my god, the car is actually sunk into the ground. Nah, you can't do that shit, man. Also, the trees here are missing. Like, you can clearly tell there's supposed to be something here, man. Oh, dude, what did they do with this town? Did they go through here? No. Oh, man.
Nope.
What the fuck is this? Let's look at this building. What the fuck? Yeah, I think this town is completely busted. What is this here? What did they remove here? Like, what even is this supposed to be here? Like, what is this? There was clearly, like, some statues here that they just removed. Like, what is this now? At least remove the rest. We're gonna clip through this again.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
That they have actually done properly. Yeah, that does not, that's how stairs work, I guess. Where's that door, Chad? How is anyone supposed to open that door? Alright, I think that was enough urban exploring for me for now. Very, very interesting city they ported over here. Yeah, the car windows look really off. You are correct. It's not the first time I noticed this, but this time you can really notice it. They have this, like, teal tint for whatever reason. Like, it's very bizarre looking, and I'm not sure why that is. But I've seen that on multiple cars now. What are the physics on those lanterns? Did you see that? What? Well, I've seen a lot of funky things already that, honestly, for a Horizon game, I should not be seeing. Like, right now, I think the game looks nice. Actually, I think. I mean, aside of this, wow, that looks bad. Nice damage. Right there. The bumper is literally clipping into the chassis. Now it's starting to feel like a Gran Turismo game. Like here too, like I can just cut over here. Like these race layouts are completely broken. Like I can't think of many games that I played as much as Horizon, as Minecraft, I mean. This right here, in my opinion, is the best part of the map. Like the best looking part of Horizon 2. Like just this coastline, and it looks so sad. Oh, really? Really, game? Yeah, this is where you usually can go to the docks and they just put some really bad-looking, out-of-place barriers here. They didn't even try to hide it, man. I'm just gonna smash some of these broken lanterns in frustration. Yep, there we go. Yeah, this does feel like on a... it does feel like a similar level of brokenness as Undercover. Because Undercover had the same problems. Undercover also had really bad-looking environments, really broken buildings and stuff, really broken physics too. The only things that were broken in Undercover that are fine here is stuff like the handling. Like, by all accounts, this... you could easily classify this as the Undercover of the Forza... What?! As I'm saying, it's literally like Undercover, man! Actually, that doesn't even happen in Undercover. That happens in Need for Speed Payback. That stuff I'm not even trying to force or trying to find. Like, it's not like I'm actively looking for this stuff. It just happens. At that point, you can't defend it anymore. You know? Like, you could argue that a couple times here and there, we were kind of like looking for broken stuff. Fair enough. Maybe that's a bit unfair, but stuff like this, I mean, come on. It's literally in the middle of the road. Like, I'm so anxious driving over any kind of curb here. Like, I would never play this with rewinds off for that exact reason. Never played the game, but the graphics kind of remind you of the Midnight Club games. Yeah, Midnight Club 1 maybe. Okay. You are kidding. You are actually kidding. You cannot be for real. Why? Look how sad this looks. There's literally no one here at the event sign-up. These were used for every single race in Horizon 1. And with Horizon 2, even the Xbox One version, they took that stuff out. And here they at least still put them in as a replacement for actually having the car here. But there's literally no one here. Well, that's not good. I should not do that. I should not do that. I should not do that. But I can't help myself.
Nope.
I don't think there's much you can do here. Oh, I made it through! Now what? Why did I make it through with the big car but not the smaller ones? Well, that was a waste of time. I really kind of want to look for more of the stuff. Oh, this looks so bad. You can tell there's clearly supposed to be some wheat farm here. Oh, this game! What even is the point of this? Like, it's clearly not stopping me from going off the road here. What's the point of that barrier? What? Are you for real? Are you for real? What is this? What is this? Hey, bud. Like, I got some. It looks like I got some hydraulics on the car, man. Man. Oh. Okay. I think the fun is over. So, can we do the funny A$AP Rocky thing? I'm just gonna ignore the rest. I'm gonna do like a budget A$AP Rocky car. Okay, so just to reiterate, this game got no DLCs, no updates, nothing. But it did get the Fast and Furious expansion. Man, I cannot wait to see what that looks like. Wow, what a takedown. That must be so bad, actually. Cool, I love unbeatable races for no reason. Even that Impala here, like, look how fast that is. To add on top of the things that are completely broken in this game, the AI. I'm so pissed off, man. Like, no one tested this. This is like the most optimal racing line here, right? How would you not take this line here? I mean, the racing line is literally pointing above it, but not here for some reason. Lovely. And the game does not seem it necessary for me to reset. Can I do that here? I can't reset my car? Unless I pay 8,000 credits to fast travel here. Yeah, this game is fantastic, man. Why is there no reset button in this game?
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
The next stop on this road trip is Montalino.
I love how they say road trip when there is no road trip. People often say this is Horizon 1.5. Dude, I actually think this is Horizon 0.5. I missed so much from the first Horizon in here. And I actually think this is definitely inferior to Horizon 1. What are these physics, dude? Oh, dude, you can not count that on 2 hands anymore, the amount of times I've hit some of these invisible corners. Look on the minimap when we get close to the to the train. It's basically just showing up as a bunch of cars next to each other. What the hell, man? And I really love how they exclusively use screenshots from the Xbox One version in the loading screens to always remind you what you could be playing instead. Man, that looked weird.
Nope.
Becker, thanks for the Whoa, 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 whoa. What the fuck? Man, they did not give a shit about this game. Skill issue. And another one! What is happening? And I missed the checkpoint. Yeah, something's up with the road. Like, the car should not behave like that. You see how much it's, like, nervously bouncing around? Here you can see the invisible walls in 4K. Alright. Oh, this is not gonna end well. What am I doing? Oh, we're still on it. We're still on it. We're still on it. We're still on it. Okay. I feel like the car's gonna get launched into space if I keep doing this here. Alright, let's try to find the barn here. It's nighttime, so it should be a little bit more difficult. What? They didn't even try to hide this one. And now it's daytime, because of course. Oh man. Yeah, if it's not done in 5 minutes like last time, I will fire you. Dude, this car is actually not getting any performance from this. What is this? Look at this. I'm spending 18,000 credits for 1 PI. What the fuck is that? I don't know.
Hold up, mate. You've missed the checkpoint.
What? No, I didn't. Why did he tell me that I missed the checkpoint when I clearly didn't? But I will say once again, if you play this on emulator on PC, and you install the patch that increases the frame rate to 60, this might actually play somewhat decent. Alright, let's add another one to the list. This is not how you hold a steering wheel. This might be how you hold a bike, but that's not how it works. This is, like, this version is insane. Especially, yeah, okay, yeah, there you go. I didn't even have to drive for 3 seconds to find something broken. I love it, man. Okay, let's see if the hands are properly on the steering wheel on this car at least. Looks like they are. Wheel check, wheel check, wheel check. Yeah, I guess I can let that fly. It looks a bit weird. It looks like he's using the wheel like that. But, I can let that fly. Yeah, something is not right with the shaders in this game. The car should not be green. There's actually Shrek green. Somebody. What is this? This looks so...
Turn around.
This looks like a liminal space, right? Like, it looks fake, but real at the same time. Like, we entered the back rooms, man. The Horizon 2 back rooms. It doesn't really strike me that much anymore, but this here... Wow, that looks bad. What? Okay, that entire bridge just disappeared for a split second. I am in the store? Wow, that was way too easy. I thought that would be way harder. What a joke. They actually did not care. Oh, no! What? You only get 40k from that? What a scam, dude. 40k from the final race. I well, at least got a new wristband, it seems.
Nice work, mate.
I got more money from the wristband. 3 times as much. 3 times as much money from the fucking wristband. What is this game, dude? There we go. Sumo Digital. Great job, you guys. Dude, the credits is just a crusty JPEG. And I have to do the scrolling myself. Look at this, man. Have you ever seen credits where you have to scroll yourself? What the hell? We are done. Okay, I'm done. Let's let this game to rest. I've roasted this game more than enough. Yeah, that was Horizon 2 on the 360. What an interesting version of the game. It's still somewhat enjoyable. I will even argue that the brokenness made it a little bit more fun than it should have been. It's like this unintentional kind of fun. So yeah, I don't know. I play the Xbox One version if you can though. Well, I'm glad this shit show is over. In all fairness, despite the massive variety of issues with this port, it's still an alright racing game overall. It just pales in comparison to even the first Horizon game, which was released on the same system. Avoid this version of the game if you can, as you're not missing out on much anyways in my opinion. Regardless, thank you all for watching, in particular my numerous patrons and YouTube members for supporting my channel, as well as JakeMG for editing this video. If you know of any other broken ports like this one, let me know in the comments below. Until then, I'll hopefully see you all again very soon. Take care.